This music brings out the best in me. It makes me want to party. It feels so good, it feels so right. Play the Param Soca all night. Hey, Param Soca. Play the Christmas human sweeter. Param Soca. Come enjoy yourself with Santa. Santa say.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All right, so time here in SVG, it is 9:24, and we are in our Talk to Us segment for today. Talk to Us is the segment of the program when you can be even more interactive with us by calling us at 457-9997. That is the number to reach us on both the landline as well as the WhatsApp. We are already live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can also feel free to interact with us there. All right. Before we get in, yes, and we're also joined by Doc, because every Monday morning our other co-host joins us
Our
every
Monday man.
Whether you have a Tuesday man. All right. So, yeah, that's me being a little naughty. All right, it's me being a little naughty. All right. So whether he is in the country or not, we are always joined by Doc. Once he's able to make it, he joins us. All right. So, Doc, we're always happy to have you here with us on a Monday in particular. All right. All right. Yes, I wanted to just touch on some of the things before we open the phone lines officially. All right. Okay. So somebody on the live was saying there are so many burning issues in SVG affecting us negatively. Why do we gloss over pertinent issues as if there is nothing to be concerned about? All right. So that's one opinion being shared there. Somebody else initially had said, do you choose a career based on salary or your passion? I think sometimes it depends on the stage of your life that you are in. I think that there are some persons who do choose for their salary, and maybe after they've acquired the things that they need to get, where they get to a stage of being comfortable, they then pursue their passion, right? There are some persons who are lucky from the jump to have their passion be their source of income, right? And for those persons, I think that they are the true winners in life, right? Yeah, so it really depends on the stage of life that you are in. So, all right. Anything else there for us to touch on?
No.
Okay.
No.
Any other comments from anybody else?
Let's see. I don't think so. I don't think we had anything from anyone. We touched on it. On them already. Yeah.
All right. So we are opening the phone lines at this time. The number to call is 457-9997 if you wish to be interactive with us. And as usual, we're going to give you 10 seconds to do so. All right, and Dr. Thompson's favorite person is back with us. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Yes, good morning. Are you hearing me?
We are, yeah. So your favorite person is there. Hi, caller. Morning.
All right, yeah.
Why you call him, man?
You calling him. You announce your own name.
Yeah, well, I don't wish to engage Dr. Thompson this morning. I haven't heard him in any controversial deal with anything controversial. I mean, just want to wish him the best, even though he may not want to wish me the best, but that's what That's what life and love is all about. And I know pia, I know bias love and so on. But I want to say hi to Crystal. And sometimes she says she hears me, but I don't hear her. So Crystal, I hope you're doing fine. And I just want to express condolences to you, whether you're aware or not. But I know that one of your uncles died in New York City recently. So I just want to extend, condolences to you and so on. So that's my. Let me keep out of trouble. I think I've spoken enough, and not all of us could understand and appreciate certain sentiments or whatever, however you want to look at life and so on. But I wish everyone and caring for everyone, who we can assist and help to have a joyous season from a Christian standpoint. Especially, was able to topple the butcher. That's what he was known as internationally. Butcher. And why don't we, Dr. Thompson, maybe could bring up this one because it's in the government, so to speak, maybe not direct, but indirect, knows what's going on. About Bashar al-Assad. I'd like to hear what he thinks, if he appreciates the toppling or he had to run for his life. I don't know where he is right now. But I was happy to hear the Islamic rebels, was able to take power in that country. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, thanks, Eve. All right, Doc, you wanna respond to that?
Yeah, I think that the world, and certainly Syria, is much better off. We have a fairly large contingent of Syrians here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, right across the Caribbean. They have different views. I think in some time in the past, some of them may have even been supporters of al-Assad, but clearly he had lost his way, and I think that Syria is certainly better off. It's unfortunate, though, that in northeastern Syria, the Kurds control that section, and in northwestern Syria, the Americans, where you have the oil and so forth, they control that section. And so the new regime that's taking over is controlling the rest, including Damascus. And I don't know how this is going to play out with these three still zones taking place. But it's really an indication. The Russians had been backing al-Assad for some time, and so it's really surprising. This really surprised me. I hadn't expected it, but I think the world is better off for it.
Okay, we have a call. Hi, caller. Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Again.
Hi.
I don't know if you guys too young to know. You guys know, you ever heard about garnet silk?
Yes.
Yes, Chris. Yes,
Reggae
please.
artist garnet silk. On your time flight, today is the 30th anniversary of his death. On time his death.
Okay.
December 9th, 1994.
Mm. He was burnt in a fire, right? So that was
Yeah, some
okay.
gas explosion.
All right.
What stand out in my mind, that same night, the following Saturday, that same night, right there at, you ever heard about Touch Entertainment Center?
If I know of where it was?
Touch Entertainment Center.
If I know of it?
Yeah.
I know of it.
Okay. Yeah. It used to be on the third floor, right opposite where downtown KFC is, on the opposite side by the gas station, the building next to that.
Mm-hmm.
I think Gibson is probably opposite it, the third floor, Touch Entertainment Center. The band Signal with Luther was launched that day. And I was there, and like an hour itself. So I always remember those 2 times. 30 years ago. I can't forget it.
Queens, you have a very interesting memory, you know.
Indeed.
And I know I'm saying this in a very positive way. Now you're being cynical or sarcastic. You have a very interesting memory.
Yeah. But I only mention it when like every 5 years when it comes. I won't mention it next year or the 34th year, the 32nd year, whatever. Like 25 years, I mention it. 20 years,
Okay.
I have these 5 year memory. Yeah, you remember Crystal? She was one of the princess birthday. She was mentioning the princess birthday some time ago, and I called in and I said, "Do you know that this year it was 2022 was the 25th year of the death of Princess Diana?"
Okay. Yeah, your memory. You should have been. You like one of them students. You get Island Scholar or something. Queens.
No.
Queens is a historian.
Another thing, wind calendar. You like wind calendar? Barbados. Do you know that he sang a soca song?
Yes, we were informed on. Yeah, we were informed.
Oh,
It's so correct. Bend down and hold it belly.
It was a soca.
Somehow that vaguely sounds familiar to me. I have to look it up. All right.
Yeah, you could look it up and play it when you get a chance. Last thing I want to say is finance minister on the program, he was talking about the trailers. They park them anywhere and they need to get somewhere to park. I think, well, they already have plans for where the port is going to be placed. So would be the perfect place to have trailers park. What I think the owners of these trailers should get together and buy a parcel of land, large parcel of land. If they have to flatten a building and to park the trailers, that's what they should do. But sometimes black people don't want to work with other black people. They don't trust other black people. Because I remember, rice, sugar, flour, the price is they don't make much profit in it. And I remember 3 business partners got together. So price cheap at 100 black. And at some time ago, one of the person just leave the person out. The person who organized it, the 3 person bring them together. They just let them out and go to the other person. So sometimes we don't want to work together, but that would be good if the trailer owners could just come together, buy a parcel of land, large parcel of land, and get the parcel trailer. So have a good thing.
But Queens, I want to just ask Queens something. Queens, why he's gone, right?
Yeah, he's gone.
Why do people say that black people don't want to work with black people? Where does that fallacy come from? Maybe individually it has happened from time to time, but why has it become a concept? I found it's not true. Throughout Africa, throughout many places, people work with each other in communities and so forth. And they don't look at it as, well, I'm working with a black person and so forth. In fact, there's more skepticism working with people of other ethnic groupings and nationality. But I feel those sort of thinking has been perpetuated over time and must stop. It's true sometimes people say business people, you don't get into business. Partnership is leaky ship and those other things. But yes, there's some element of truth to that thinking, among us. But in terms of the people don't want to talk about, I denounce that. I don't think that is true. I don't want to be part of sitting back and letting that pass.
What's my opinion on this? I think that maybe we have seen a greater exhibition of persons working together from other cultures, of other races, right? We see it among the Syrian community, we see it amongst the Indians, in particular. In terms of, so people may be looking at it as black persons may network in a sense, but not directly go into business with each other. Like, how many persons do you hear coming together to form a business and it's being successful, or even it lasting, without persons then starting to think of my individual gains, right? I think that is where it comes from.
But
Do
let me
we?
come back
It
here.
happens, but do we see
But,
it
but,
as much as we see with other races?
but let me come back again. What does that mean? Okay, yes, I mentioned about partnership is leaky ship, that thinking, yes, about setting up business with people, but to say that you don't want to work with black people, what? They want to work with an Indian people, or they want to work with the Chinese, or they want to
No,
work
I
with
think it
somebody?
just means that we rather go it by
No,
ourselves
but
as
the
opposed to
point about
working with
but the
anybody
point about
else.
but at the same time, you may be, if you work with yourself, you're black. If you're working with another relative, your wife or so forth, they're black. And so I don't think that thinking should be extended in that way. The setting up of business is another issue, and maybe that's what he was trying to
Yeah,
say.
it's
But
business related. He meant it's business
no,
related.
but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. The way it comes across is that we will work. If it's say we don't want to work with anybody at all, you know what I mean? Whether Indian, Chinese, or black. But I don't think that was what was said.
Okay. All right. We have a call. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Samuel. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr.
Good
Mason. How are
morning.
you?
Not too bad. Saturday morning I woke up, Chica, and I really hoping to hear your voice. Then I realized it was Saturday.
Yeah, we don't work Saturdays and we don't work weekends. All right.
I know. Now, I have a little bit of humor here this morning. Now, it's going to be a question. I hope I got it right. Now, listen. You're in a bar, sitting having a drink, okay? The table across from you has four people. They could be men or women. A Trinidadian, a Barbadian, a Grenadian, and a bench finisher. The bar person passed them their drink, but before they start drinking, each one probably does something a bit strange. If they did, if they do you think you'll be able to identify the bench finisher without hearing them speaking?
Maybe they're gonna smell it first.
Pardon?
They would smell it first.
No.
No.
I don't even know. I can't even begin to guess.
Doc, you could guess.
I'm gonna let Mr. Mason tell us. Tell us. We want to know.
Right. Now, as I said, both men and women, they do it. Right? So they push into their drink and give it a bit of stuff.
Okay. Nah, that's not me. I ain't even see that. I ain't taking my dirty finger and stirring nothing. I ain't even see that.
Well, I tell you what, but if you ever go any place and that happens, you can see that of intention.
What I know that
right?
people
So now you got
what I know people say is that we would take, like, if something has ice in it, that we always shaking. Right, as Vincentians, we always stirring. It could already be cold, but we always taking the glass and stirring it. Yeah, that's what I know.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, yeah,
Mr.
put
Mason.
in that thing on both men and women does it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mr. Mason, hold on a second. You may have a point. My experience in England is that used to take place quite a lot. You go to functions and people would do that. But I haven't seen that in New York. I haven't seen that in Canada. I haven't seen that so much even here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So maybe it was something peculiar to the UK. I don't know. In reflection, do you think that's the case, or you think you've seen it here to a great extent as well?
Yeah. Mr. Thompson.
Yeah.
You still there?
Yeah, you hearing Dr. Thompson and Mr. Mason? He was asking if you think that is more. He was saying that he's only seen it happen more so in the UK. So he's asking if you think that it's more of a UK thing than maybe anywhere else.
It probably is. Maybe it is.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Thompson,
Yes.
is he still there?
Yes, he is.
Still here. I'm still here with you.
Have you ever attended one of those dances in Ticket Club?
Well, I used to be a member. I used to be a member of the association up there. So I used to help organize. I used to help organize some of the functions at Pickett's Lock before I left. And we used to have dances at the town halls. Roleza, Dianna, in the early days, for Vincentians went to England to get together.
It started out the town hall at the Alexander Palace.
No, before the Alexander Palace, they used to have it at the Cooperative Hall in Seven Sisters Road, right? My father used to be the chairman of the Vincentian Association. That's how I know. And I used to be in the cloakroom. So when you come there, you come with your coat, I will be the person to take your coat for you. Yes, sir. Roleza, Dianna.
In my head, all I think is Harry Potter right about.
Hold on. And then we went to Islington Town Hall and Hackney Town Hall, and then to Alexander Palace, and then to Pickett's Lock. You know, that's how it happened. I remember it well.
yeah, because I know it used to be this in Highbury Islington Town Hall, St. Pancras Town Hall, and then Pickett's Lock become the home of it. You know.
Yes. You know, so I grew up. I grew up in the heart of that. Yes.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Mason. All right.
Okay then. And I said, don't wake me up Saturday morning, all right?
All right.
Okay.
All right. Doc, over to you. Final words? Anybody final words, I suppose?
I really had wanted to get into the discussion that you all may have had earlier on salaries and so forth. There's a lot. Not a time, because I have some serious issues with the study in itself and how it was done, and you could see the drawbacks and it's a tool of a more executive type study. And if you have a country that has companies with executives being paid huge amounts, not just 6-figure, but 7-figure amounts, then you might even see that average being elevated and skewing things one way or the other. But it's interesting. I want to focus more on minimum wage rather than average wage. And the minimum wage is what really often needs to increase. And the whole issue of this is something a discussion really needs to be had on. I don't really like that particular study. I think it's bland, and I think it doesn't really help us anywhere in many regards.
Well, it did disclose its limitations in a sense where, you have to take. It's a snapshot. It's not necessarily going to be an overall reflective picture, but it's a snapshot of who it is that they surveyed.
The fact that it only had, let's say, 3%, 4% of government workers, of the public sector responding, and it's so predominantly corporate, small businesses and large businesses, it's wrong in that particular sense of trying to draw something out of this in a major. It's good that it's been done, but I think it needs to really bear down to expand on the proper parameters of a study. I think the study is deficient in many regards.
All right. Well, we'll take it up another time because I'm sure they're going to do another study next year again. So maybe we'll go into further discussion at that point and do a comparison of the years that have gone by. All right. So, Doc, we are going to say goodbye to you at this time. And we hope that by next week you will be sitting across from us. All right. We'll be seeing you.
You bet.
Okay.
You bet.
All right. So have a safe trip or trips, safe flights, and see you back.
I'll be back later today. All the best.
Okay. Lovely. All right. Take care. All right. And at this time, we are going to head on out of our Talk to Us segment and head right into our community